Hi guys,
Hello people.
I'm Milena,
Lola.
and we're watching. No, we don't have the
We
screen.
don't have for the Invincible, so you just have to say Black Sails. I mean, we could put it, but like, would it make
Why
sense?
would we? Exactly.
This is because you're editing this one, so you're like...
It's like, why would we? We're watching Black Sails.
We haven't watched it for a bit.
God.
It's been like...
I mean, not for me.
It's
I
like 10 days.
2 days ago.
Yeah, sure.
So like for me, it's very fresh.
For me, it's not. I edited 10.
Yeah.
I just thought this week I have like 2 more weeks of editing this. You know what I mean? Like, you edit 1 and 2, I edit 3 and 4. You edit 5 and 6, I edit 7 and 8.
Yeah.
And then you go 9 and 10. And
yeah.
so like you have
one
more than me to edit.
Yeah. And
then it's done.
And then we're finished. The worst part is not the editing part. The worst part is watching part. We only have 9 more episodes of this show.
Guys know really what do we do after this. Like,
so
what
sad,
do we just not watch anything after this?
Did this writer make another show or something like that?
Oh my god, did they? I have not heard of it.
I mean,
maybe they did, but maybe it's not as good.
Or not as popular, because like this one wasn't that popular, you know what I mean?
True, but I feel like if there was something that was good, people would have said it by now.
Or somebody would say, oh, you know, they made the show, or they're making the show, you know, just like...
Yeah, no one said anything. So, I guess this is it. Unfortunately.
Such a good show.
And ridiculous.
Such a good story and such a good characters, relationship, dialogues. Everything is so good, honestly.
Let's not start saying goodbye to it just yet.
I literally am.
It's 4:02.
I literally am. I think before every episode, like, already breaks my heart that we're gonna stop watching this show.
It's strange. What happened in episode 1? I really feel like it's been ages since we watched it.
A lot happened. Maddie and John got in the water, almost drowned, barely survived.
Oh my god!
And at the end, some
Where is
other
he?
group found him and said, but like they know about him, they know who he is.
Well, I mean, he looked at his like lack of a leg, and we know that they have, you know, developed this story about Long John Silver.
Yeah.
And that story has traveled.
Yeah, and on the other side, we also had Maddie and Billy and our boyfriend trying to find a common language and work together.
Yes.
We'll see how that's gonna go. I remember Billy also said something about I think some other slaves, right?
Well, that's where I thought John ended up.
Yeah,
because like there's the estate of the fucking guy where where they hid Eleanor's father. I forgot the name, but like that is what do you call it? Where the slaves worked.
But that's what Billy said. Like let's try to get them on our side.
If they want to fight with us,
we can have numbers.
I thought he just like John accidentally ended up somewhere there. You know,
I thought so as well while editing, but like just now while talking about it,
it doesn't sound
just because like I'm like, I think that's Billy's next step.
Yeah, but like, wouldn't it be so great that like you're thinking this, but like, oh, John already has them.
Okay, yeah, it would be great.
And Blackbeard.
And I did edit. While editing the episode, there were scenes with the guy.
Which guy?
The one we don't like. We don't know. I don't need to know his name. Rogers, I think so.
Woods,
yeah. Rogers. Woods. That makes more sense. It's easier.
Trees, woods.
Yeah. Don't insult the trees. And yeah, in his eyes you can see you said bloodthirst.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that you can see in his eyes that he did enjoy seeing the bad things happen. Like they cut his ear or something.
Yeah, did you not think that in the first episode?
I did. I just remember we had the review where I said that like I don't know exactly. I think
how to read it.
I don't know how to read most of his scenes. I don't know how bad he's gonna get, you know. And I still think that like I still don't. I always thought that like the worst we're gonna see with the shocking moment, like the switch is gonna happen with Vane. It's not. It didn't happen with Vane. So like I don't know what we're gonna see because like I don't know who dies, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't think we're gonna see that with Eleanor.
No.
You know what I mean? So like I don't know who else dies for him to prove a point or something like that.
I mean, I don't think anyone needs to necessarily from the important people die. Like I think it's enough to see him torture random people. Like that's enough for me.
I mean, they did they cut his
cut the ear off. I mean, one of his soldiers, and he was fine with it.
One of
his soldiers.
Yeah. But like they said that these ones cut all of their ears and and that's why like he cut his ear. But like yes, in his eyes, it seemed very.
No, he enjoyed it. Like it. There's something about his face. I think the actor does a great job because like you see, I can't even explain it. Like bloodthirsty, enjoying this. It's like something has been unleashed and like he is allowed to now do this. I don't know. It's he's odd.
Yeah.
I really don't like him. I really have such bad vibes whenever he's on screen. I really don't like him.
I like him.
He's in that.
But like I like him as a character.
No, I like him as a character. I don't like him as a
like,
human.
I think he's made not to be like.
I guess.
I mean, I don't think anybody likes him.
Watch when we see like at least some comments. You like much worse people than him. Sure.
Really? I never saw that comment.
I mean, me neither. But I'm sure that like now that we say it, someone's gonna find ways to be like you're hypocritical.
Okay.
Fine.
But like most of our comments is I have seen people dislike him very much.
And yeah, I usually think when it goes to a larger crowd.
Okay.
Like when it goes
the show, I don't think it went to a larger crowd.
Well, true. So it's pretty safe actually.
Yeah, I feel like
it's pretty safe. Yeah. I'm just like I'm
like most of the show was
prepared.
Like most of the people who have watched the show have been like, oh, in the beginning, oh, this is not like Game of Thrones. This is not like it's like I feel
it's a good audience.
Yeah, I feel like it's safe. So that there's
and
that.
He's in debt. That is gonna be paid out, and Eleanor is like, I could help you with that. I remember that also happening. We're gonna see what happens with that. I'm not sure how that comes into play with all of this. Where's Blackbeard?
Blackbeard wants to get Eleanor.
Yeah,
and get his revenge.
Yeah, he is with Jack.
Jack and Van, yeah.
Yeah.
And also what I wanted to say is that you were very dissatisfied because you didn't see John and Maddie kiss first time. I was. I think that's rude. That's pretty much everything that happened in.
I think it's very rude they did not show me that. Thank you for the recap.
Okay. Well, let's watch this episode.
I'm very excited.
Yeah.
Look, this looks like such a lovely place, but imagine getting dragged through it. I feel like this is somehow gonna be good for us, even though it might not look like it. John is very smart and.
Honestly, welcome home. Welcome home, Long John.
How many fucking ships have broken down here?
Sounds is gonna be good, honestly.
But he is an Asa, right? He couldn't have gone anywhere else.
I think so. Why is
my
he
boy? You're gonna get out of this situation. I'm certain.
Why did you capture?
So he can give like a good speech for them to release him.
Welcome home, Long John Silver. But like, where is he from? Technically.
Well, Nassau. He is the one. We don't know where he is.
That's what I want to say. Like, imagine now giving him some backstory of his.
That'd be great. Oh my god.
We always thought we were gonna get some backstory, but like, somehow with time I forgot about that.
An English soldier?
Why so mean?
500 pieces.
Yeah, he wants to gets money for him. Okay, fine.
I've seen you. Yeah, before you was long.
I've seen you.
They say you're supposed to be a pirate king. That's what I thought. More lies. Huh? Like that. I killed him. Killed him. What? 500 pieces they pay before you did it. I think more after. Fuck you.
When he says he has seen him before, he was like Long John Silver. Like he has seen him on Nassau and everything, right? This is not...
that's how it seems.
Yeah, this is not like some... It might not be as good as I thought it was gonna be.
Literally. I would write it. You know what I mean?
Right.
My boy, we can get out of this. You're smarter than I am. You nuisance. I hope you throw well and live.
I am told it will begin soon. The executions of the men captured on the beach yesterday.
It's for the best to have it done.
It could have been you. I gave you, both of you, a place to stand here. I gave you a life. And you repaid me by conspiring with my enemies. I know you were responsible for Captain Rackham's escape. I know you relayed information to the pirate resistance.
And thank you for all of that.
I
You
have been
did good.
monitoring all of it since it began.
You intercepted his message. The warning that was to alert Captain Flint.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Because, girl, we are done with them. We have seen enough,
Literally,
and we do
come
not
on,
like
we can't
them.
wait for any longer.
Which is why I secured an agreement from the governor that my informants would be held immune from any prosecution or their prior associations with the pirates.
This will all pass soon enough. If we let it.
We should not.
My grandfather was a pirate of another sort. When he was a young man, he swindled a ship, hired it to privateers, and earned a share of their spoils for his trouble. But he had an ambition for something far greater than plunder. A desire to build something more permanent. By the time I was born, my grandfather was one of the wealthiest men in the New World. If I plead our case and gain his support, that might be all we need, all Nassau needs to emerge from this intact.
You could pay my debts.
Several times over, yes.
You could send us ships and guns and mercenaries.
Why didn't we do this all
Literally
before?
wanted to say
What-
that. Why?
Why didn't we just try all this before?
My father was ill-favoured by his family, and that was before he made their name synonymous with piracy in the West Indies. And all I've done since is make their name synonymous with scandal in London.
It's because they're offering like help to
But
English.
Yeah,
so, like,
maybe
it might
that's
be
why,
better
yeah.
than
our
offering to
state of
pirates.
affairs
Yeah.
seems more than worth a try. I now have something
Yeah,
to
yeah.
offer them that may make the ask more attractive. You.
None of this is gonna succeed, I swear.
What?
What is it?
I thought it was starting, but what is the problem?
What do we do?
She drifted into the harbour a little while ago. A message from Peach upon his return. There he intends to sit, denying passage in or out of the bay. If we cede to his demand, he will leave.
Oh, what's his demand?
What demand is that?
That we surrender to him the woman he holds responsible for the murder of Charles Day.
Sorry, girl.
He also holds 61 more of my men prisoner aboard his ship. If we refuse,
I think she can only give herself up.
he promises they will meet the same fate as these men.
Because I don't think that he is gonna give her up, but
No.
I feel like she might.
He won't turn her over. Not for
Yeah, but that's
600.
gonna cause
No.
chaos there.
Don't expect he will.
As it should.
You'll gather your men. You'll stand ready to depart upon nightfall. Whilst the enemy remains focused on us, you'll make your landing to the west and move undetected into town.
Okay.
You'll find Eleanor Guthrie. You will bring her out of Nassau back here.
Eliminate the overseers.
She's so pretty.
Secure the main house, and in so doing, establish a camp capable
I
of
was thinking the
Billy's
same
plan.
about Flint, which
I was
is
gonna
interesting.
How do we switch?
Switch.
In our forces.
I was gonna say she has to be so
But, like,
beautiful that I
what-
didn't see Flint.
Choice of a hand. I must say, it caught me by surprise. Your assertion that Mr. Silver had revealed the whereabouts of the buried cash. Or maybe you saw an opportunity to counter my leverage with Lily.
Honestly, that would be my thought as well.
Yeah.
That's what I thought for a second.
It's terribly inconvenient to disprove.
And what choice did I have? The moment we arrived, it was instantly clear to me. He is the one keeping this place together. His men look up to him. Rely on him. Trust him. He is going to be relevant to what happens next here.
Very true.
That much is painfully obvious.
He's a man of the people.
And your first instinct is to dismiss him. Had I not stepped in, who knows how destructive that could have become for everyone.
Thank God we have her. My boy.
Can't sit still and let him hold us hostage. Can't fight him directly, or we risk losing what few soldiers we have left. And even if I could slip a ship past him to seek aid from your family in the colonies, you'd have to be on that ship. And you'd never get that far before he caught you.
So, what do you do?
I board the sloop.
No.
And I run.
You just said it's too far to outrun.
To Philadelphia, it's too far, but I can make safe harbor somewhere near. Outrun for a day, pull him away from here, then seek shelter at a friendly port strong enough to prevent his entry. Meanwhile, the door will be open for you to reach your grandfather and gain his aid.
So you both leave the island?
Why you? Why don't have someone else lead him away?
Because he won't leave that position to chase someone else.
He might not even chase you.
No, honestly.
High seas piracy, treason.
I mean, considering they're gonna hang you regardless, might as well. My girl, how long can we look at this?
Literally, how long is it gonna take you?
I've yet to see an ounce of remorse. Savages to the bitter end.
Oh, and you're the picture of fucking civilization.
Condemn a dozen men in as many hours. Perhaps remorse is a bit much to us. I do not object to trials. I do not object to hangings. What I do object to, however, is spectacle, certain to increase defiance and anger rather than soothe it. We should be moving past this, not wallowing in it.
And I might share it were it not for the soldier of mine found with his throat slit this morning, with a note attached, threatening that any further hanging of pirates would be met with more reprisals. A note attributed to Long John Silver. And I believe there is more you could be doing to aid us in ferreting out those radicals.
Sure, there is more she can be doing, but she's not gonna.
If you choose to.
Okay, you're gonna die by the next 2 episodes, I swear.
Come on.
The governor and his wife will set sail from here aboard separate vessels to seek aid in our efforts.
They're gonna be gone, girl. What can we do in their absence?
And to be left in charge of
Oh my
Nassa's
god,
security.
oh my god.
For her, it's like it's either them or the Spanish. So like, what?
Against any and all enemies.
Is this a threat? Excuse
I
me.
think this is very much a
To
threat.
be working with you to that end.
Don't worry, girl, we'll kill them before Yuki gets to you.
Story about a man consigned to the ranks. A man who was quite specifically disfigured. A man who sailed with Edward Teach in his early days. One of his most trusted men. And one of the deadliest men that Nassau ever knew.
It's not... What is the name?
I heard that on the day Governor Thompson fled, it was actually this man who wielded the knife that killed his wife and son. I heard his name was Israel Hand.
Israel.
I don't know the name.
I'm certain this is a real name in history or something, and I don't know this.
No, I was waiting because they have mentioned through the show a few names, but like I don't remember Israel.
Yeah, but like he said that this one is not like
Look into the rest of the story.
as
Yeah,
famous
he's
as the
famous,
rest.
It
yeah.
is of some curiosity to me that you're still here. I heard that when Captain Teach began to see Charles Vane as his heir apparent, Israel Hands became jealous of Teach's affection, and that it led to a falling out with the captain out west.
Why would you start speaking this when you're tied up?
Before all the crews on the beach, a pistol shot just missing his eye, rendering him a misshapen wretch.
You talk too much.
So you can understand my confusion, given that Nassau's first king embarrassed you so thoroughly and so publicly, forbade any other crew from it. Why on earth would you have stayed? I sincerely hope it isn't because you're still holding out for some sort of apology from Teach.
My boy, I'm sure this is the right way to go, but like,
Yeah.
God.
Fuck Teach.
Fuck Teach.
He's here, you want to see him.
We are brothers that sail beneath the black. How can a man like that be the best of us?
Well, they followed Teach, and where did it lead? An English governor raising his flag over Nassau. He was almost the end of us. But now I'm here. And things are about to begin again.
Who are you that I ought to pay you any mind?
I'm no one. Nowhere. Belonging to nothing. I'm a wretch like you. And yet, mountains of gold have changed hands because I chose it. Thousands of men in Nassau are living in fear of my return because I decreed it. Hundreds of dead redcoats in a forest not far from here because I made it
it so? I'm the reason grown men lie awake at night. I'm a new beginning for Nassau. And you trade all of that for what? 500 pieces? You think you're worth more? To the right people.
What do you see, Lord? Oh my god. Love him. Look at him.
The way, like,
I
everything
can't.
is dark and you can still recognize his walk.
The main slave quarters. Take as many extra weapons as you can. Let's get them armed. It's only a matter of time before militia arrive from other estates that heard the alarm.
Ah!
Wait!
Who's the wait? There's a child
Plant.
there.
If you shoot, I'll have to do the same.
Okay, so everyone put down our fucking guns.
Hello, Ruth.
Oh, Ruth really looked at this one with anger. I thought she was gonna shoot her. And...
You knew my father.
I heard that you might be coming to set us free. I'm glad that you came. And now, I need you to go.
How long do you think to Port Royal?
I'll make it. I promise you I will make it.
Don't you dare let him catch you, don't you dare.
I won't. You wait until morning to depart. I don't want him lurking in the dark out there awaiting another departure. Philadelphia's lovely. Try not to dawdle there. We'll see you back here again. Soon.
Soon.
It doesn't feel like a last scene, so they should survive. But if he survives, what does that mean for Blackbeard?
I don't think he dies until the end of the show. Honestly.
No, me neither.
I think Blackbeard's. If he dies,
I don't know what's
he
gonna be
dies
happening here.
early.
Like, why would, honestly, Blackbeard wants to harm her. He would not follow you technically.
I
Then
don't think so either. So like I thought
they're gonna have to engage in a fight if he does not if he does not follow. What is the plan then?
They're
My favorite.
finding way to get Eleanor. Figure out ways.
I can't imagine that
You must know
happening
when
either.
you're leaving. You have no intention of leaving, do you?
Go looking for Eleanor Guthrie. You know I'm gonna find her too.
Max.
So if I turn over the cash, you'd be safe.
Fuck.
And I ain't just a lie. She tried to take you away from me.
Fuck.
When I left that island, all I could think about was having a chance to make her pay. Now that we're here, it would be so easy. And I don't want to do it. I don't want to live with it after.
I love her.
So if her hurt in that way,
I adore her. No, she's my
Number
top
5.
5. Literally,
Number 5.
100%. No way. She can even climb. I love her. I adore her.
an island.
God, I'm with you, girl. Now that fucking island.
Literally.
Do shit you don't want to do. How is it we haven't figured that out by now? What the hell are we doing back here, Jack?
Glass, please. Quickly.
But like, why would they think that like she's with him?
They might, yeah.
Like that's why they would
They
maybe
might
follow
follow it,
him
yeah.
because like he's trying to. They are trying to run away.
But like, would that not? That would cross my mind that they're lying that she's on that ship.
Maybe.
Like that would be my
Yeah.
first thought.
Yeah, but like, would you risk it and not follow them? And
Well, the good news is, Ben's squad just found a storehouse full to the ceiling of salt pork, corn. They must have been running a shipment back into Nassau. So between that and the ordnance we just scavenged, we may be better supplied than the British in Nassau at this moment. The strangest thing just happened out by the slave quarters.
Which is what?
The doors were locked from the inside.
How did you know that?
When I acquired those weapons we used to fight the British, it apparently aroused suspicion amongst the estate owners. Concerned that the alliance between your people and mine might prove dangerous to maintaining control over their holdings. So they took precautions against any move that might incite any man who had a woman, any woman who had a child, was separated, with families distributed amongst the other plantations on the island. If any one community revolted, or by inaction allowed an estate to be toppled, their husbands and wives and children who were held on the other plantations would be punished more severely.
I would just go and kill each and every single woman.
If we force a situation which might see these people's husbands and wives and children brutalized this way, many of them would die by their own hand before they let that happen.
We'll move quickly. Take the other plantations as well.
To 7 different estates.
Wait a minute.
We have no choice.
You want to withdraw?
If we don't, knowing full well the costs, it will be the end of whatever trust exists between us and the slaves in the island. Or anywhere for that matter. The end of any alliance that might be between us.
How is leaving them here any better?
The only way to free them safely is if it is all at once. Simultaneous revolts across the island, initiated by one very loud and very clear signal that will be heard by all.
If we take Nassau first...
Take it first?
If we demonstrate to the slave communities the viability of our enterprise, show them that beyond revolt lies a safe harbour, with allies strong enough to protect them, it is the only way to ensure that the greatest number of them survive.
I lost 6 men tonight. The men I have left know this estate means supplies and full stomachs. They know they are stronger with it, and thus fewer of them will die in the weeks ahead than would without it. And you want to walk away?
We didn't come here to take an estate. We came here to make a statement. Not just to expel England, but to defeat them. And to do it together. That has always been the goal. And right now, that requires a painful but necessary tactical retreat.
There's nothing else to do, boy.
I'm afraid if he's gonna do something on his own.
Me too. My boy, there is nothing else that we can do. It's not ideal.
This was never gonna be easy. Just is what it is.
Oh, God.
But Billy, we cannot step out of line. We really can't.
Yeah,
there's been a change in circumstances. We need to be gone before that militia arrives. Gather all the weapons you can. We're going to be moving. We're not going anywhere.
Great.
Billy.
Henry Davis, restrain the captain. I'm through following you down a path only you seem able to see. Towards a victory only you seem able to define.
It's not just him, it's her as well.
We will hold our position here until we can find our way into Nassau and free the rest of the men.
People are gonna get hurt. Guys, we cannot do a civil fight right now. Oh my God.
Stand your men down.
Billy, it's not just him. John, what can stop all of this? What the fuck just happened?
The governor was spotted boarding the brig. They're hauling back their anchor as we speak.
Yeah, but no one saw him boarding it.
And with him will depart a number of soldiers, diminishing the number of bodies between us and Eleanor Guthrie. That many fewer obstacles between us and justice for Charles's murder. If you still wish Anne to lead the vanguard to do it, tell me now. I'll have it done.
I think Anne is right. She said something to me earlier. She said only a fool would give his life to earn the admiration of a corpse. Part of me could not help but note in that moment she sounded an awful lot like someone else I once knew. Someone you and I both once knew, who shared Anne's mistrust of sentimentality.
Just after he joined my crew, I spent 2 weeks careening on this shit island with no name. I knew right away he was different than the others, and that he and I somehow were fated to matter to one another. I was consumed with the question of whether our similarities would be a blessing or a curse. The sun climbs up over the top of the trees in just a way that it shines off the pool, lighting up all around us. In that moment, a bird lands on the water, massive, snow-white beast. To this day, I've never seen anything like it. Between the sun and the size of it, it just felt meaningful. The answer to a question I did not yet know how to ask. I told him that there were men in the East who would have seen in that bird the darkest of all omens, bringer of death.
He talks too much. He's so dead very soon.
I asked him what he thought it meant.
I thought he was gonna see a bird when he dies then. What he said.
Hmm?
What did he say?
Dinner.
Yeah.
There are moments in the dead of night when I can't sleep, and I wonder if I will ever be able to truly rest again until I know that Eleanor Guthrie has paid for what she took from me. And then there are other moments when I wonder if it would actually please him to see her dead, to know the scales have been evened, or if despite all they'd been through,
Which is
despite the anger and the blood and the betrayal, and all he'd done to her, and she to him, despite what I or you or what anybody else might think of it, if wherever it was, he still didn't just a little bit love her. I wonder if he were here now, watching us battle with the choice to kill her in his name, or defeat the governor, perhaps then and win the war we all together started, if he might too call us fools. And then I wonder if maybe we don't have to work that hard to imagine what he's saying. Maybe we've already heard it. And the only choice is whether we choose to listen.
This is so good.
Yeah.
You're gonna do the right thing, but I think Blackbeard dies.
Definitely Blackbeard dies. I mean, that's now in my mind 100%.
Who's shooting now?
Do we proceed?
We do.
Yes. What? How?
Slip the cables.
That's
Set a course to overtake her.
okay, but like,
Slip the cables!
how?
Set course!
How is like just Blackbeard gonna die? You know what I mean?
I mean, he can in the battle and like he can die. We can somehow reclaim our ship if they were on the ship and retreat or something.
Damn.
Like Jack and I are going just fine.
I mean, I know they're gonna be fine. Just like if they catch Blackbeard, to me,
I don't know.
they should catch them all. Who?
Which one is it? Well, what is it now? When are we gonna get the bounty? Not the bounty, but just like...
Oh, fuck.
Stop being so annoying. Oh,
Fuck.
shit.
Fuck.
Wait.
Fuck.
But he has seen you. He's gonna follow you.
Long John Silver. So big a name for so small a man. What is it you have to say to me?
Small in what ways?
You owe me. Certainly your fortune, probably your life. You might want to consider that and then choose a new time. Especially given that in the very near future, your life might end up in my hands yet again. Is Teat still free? Is Rackham? Is Flint?
I mean, he kinda got her there.
And if somehow we prevail in Nassau, what happens to former friends who've since aligned themselves so warmly with the governor? I've come to offer you a chance to earn back our friendship. Or more specifically, to buy it back. An amount of money that proves your desire to come.
I am tired of this. This thing that perpetuates itself with anger and bluster and blood. I do not want to be your friend. What I want is for all of this to end. For it to end, you must end. So you will remain in my custody until I can find a place far from here to deposit you. You will be gone, but you will live. And for that I will consider whatever debts I may owe you to be paid in full.
was Blackbeard's student or whatever he was. And now we might join fucking forces. My girl, we are burning bridges everywhere we fucking go. We've burned all the bridges. Like, there's no bridge unburned. Oh. No.
Billy,
No.
57 minutes have just passed. Cannot believe it, honestly.
8 more.
Cannot fucking believe it. Only 8 more.
This is so... Too many things are happening and too many civil wars amongst us. Like, these are characters that I love. They're all against each other. And I'm like, I'm gonna have to defend each and every single position because I understand each and every single position, even though I don't agree with each and every single position. God!
I don't have that problem. It's very easy for me.
My enemy is Woods Rogers. Everyone else I can understand and I can sympathize.
Really?
Yeah.
Woods Rogers? You choose Woods Rogers?
As my enemy?
Only one? Like not the whole England?
I mean, here, that's what I mean. When I say Woods Rogers, I mean England as a whole. And he's the one that represents England to me. Woods Rogers at the end of the day is still a man. Just one man.
Literally one man.
It's like my
So when I say I think...
My enemy is England. So like a whole fucking country is my enemy, and everyone else I think is understandable in their endeavors.
I mean, sure. I don't like them all equally. I don't think all of them are equally correct.
Sure.
I support one's choices more than the others.
Yes, but
I'm not gonna pretend otherwise.
No, I know, but I feel like that's like a given from the start of the show, even when he does wrong things.
Who,
you know
Flint?
what I mean? Yeah.
Okay.
Like even when he does.
I mean, I didn't just
things.
talk about Flint, and I talked about all of them.
Yeah, but I mean, like I'm using Flint as your main one.
Yeah. Only 8 more episodes.
And only 8 more episodes were like on the civil war amongst our guys.
The thing is, I have a feeling like. I don't know how to explain the feeling I have while I'm watching. Like it passes so fast. Like,
yeah, I know.
Like I want
so short.
Yeah, but like I want to say nothing happens. So many things happen in the episode, but it's just the fact that like I know I have so little left, and then I'm dissatisfied with every single thing because like
you just want more and more.
I want more, and now this episode ended, you know, and I'm like. Only 8 more, not enough happened in this one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if every single one continues like this, I don't know if you understand.
I understand what you mean, but like realistically, too many things happen.
I know. A lot of things happen. You know what I mean? But like,
you just want more.
Somehow, I don't end up having feeling. Maybe I should just watch 2 episodes per day. You know what I mean?
But I mean, that
even
means
less.
We're gonna finish in like 4 days.
Yeah, but like, you know what I. How do you not understand what I mean?
I understand what you mean.
Because like if we watch 2, then at least I would have a feeling of being more satisfied with what I just watched. You know, like
I understand,
with so many
but that
things
means
I have.
we just finish it sooner.
True.
So like that is a double-edged sword.
It's sharp double-edged sword. Sharp. You know what I mean?
Yeah. This was so good.
Love this episode.
This was so fucking good.
Yeah. Love everything about this episode.
Like, we have always been on a civil war with our guys. Not necessarily, like, maybe as clear as this thing now with Billy, but, like, it's always been... Like, I love all of these characters, and all of these characters are at either points going against each other and are not on the same side. And so I'm just like, oh, well, great. Yeah. Can we all just get along? Because I love you guys, so you might as well love each other. It does not work that way. I
mean, Billy and Flint throughout the show as well, but like in this season and the last one had an even bigger feeling because of Eleanor and Max, Max going against Sam and Jack and things like that. So I have a feeling like I would have loved for Max, but like even though in this episode did not make sense to me, it would not make sense to me if Max accepted the deal yet.
The thing is, I don't even see if it makes sense at any point for her to accept it, because like for her the other option is France. What? The other option is Spain, and so like that seems like a worse option, and here she at least like has some type of something behind her name, and she does not think our guys are gonna succeed again, understandably so, and there is no reason for her to jump lanes, considering this is the only lane that she thinks can succeed, unless like we want to invite Spain over here, and that makes things worse. So like for her, it doesn't make sense to side with our guys.
But I do believe it will at one point.
I am, and like I have no clue, because like it's not like she agrees with them or that she likes it or anything like that. Like you see it at every fucking point that she is looking at them and judging them and doesn't like them, and she is saying like that they are unnecessary evil right now because of who could also come. Again, I think her position is very true to her character and also just makes sense. It just makes sense of who she is and what she is trying to do. And like she said in this episode, like she is so tired of all of this and like of all of this bloodshed and conflict and everything that like just seems never ending. And so for her it's like, well, if our guys stop, at least like then things can maybe be a little quieter.
I mean, that's what I thought always for her character. Like I said, like because like it's not like she lived a perfect life between pirates while they were there, you know. Like she had to fight for her place for so much, you know. She basically built everything that she has by herself without anything, you know. So that's what I think. Like I don't think it makes much of a difference for her. For her, it's just like she needs to find her place and her position, whoever is in charge there, you know? But like I still do think we're gonna get to the point where we're gonna need her. That's just like the story that like I see. I don't know what is gonna be why is that gonna be the decision that she's gonna make. Maybe because she's gonna see that our guys are winning, or see that would be beneficial for her, or see some cruel thing, cruel things that these people are gonna do. Like I don't know exactly what is gonna be the point, but like I think we're gonna need her, and I can't imagine.
The thing is, I don't think she's gonna do anything because she thinks our guys are winning, because like I can't even see our guys winning. I think it's just gonna be potentially a case of like the British could be harming so many people, and she just like does not want to look at that anymore.
The thing is that is the scenario that I would, let's say, prefer, but like I don't want to hope for too much. I don't know how to explain that. Because like to me, even like I said, like I even watched her in this episode, they purposely I think shot her face every time they hang somebody, or like when they saw, like they showed her face when they were taking the guys to the trial, let's say, you know. She was the one who was watching all of them, and you can see in her face that she's of course not enjoying seeing something like that, you know. But like again, she had a conversation afterwards where she did say that they are unnecessarily evil at this point. So something needs to happen to change her mind, if you know what I mean.
Maybe she's gonna have some information or something that can like help the British, and just like she does not want to give it to them, and like
or
that,
the other
and
way
in
around,
that way it helps our guys somehow, you know. Like I don't know to what extent something is gonna happen, but I do expect
it. I just can't imagine like if, let's say, in the fight, because again I still think Woods Rogers is gonna die. I don't know what is gonna happen afterwards. I don't know, because like if we I think we are gonna win this little fight here that we are battling when we calm the civil war between us, when John comes, let's say, somehow. I would have liked if she would to help that win, because like I can't see us, let's say, winning this war and her completely constantly being on the other side. You know what I mean? And now what? You know, how is she gonna again have to prove herself now, you know?
But like that would require us to win the war. And we don't.
Okay, then
you know what I mean. I don't think we do, and so like I just think it's gonna be kind of a loss on either ends. Like we are gonna lose, and Woods Rogers is probably gonna be dead, and they're gonna send someone else, you know, and like things are gonna everyone else is just gonna go somewhere else.
What you expect is like for British Army to send another governor at this place, and that's how the show is gonna end. Basically. Okay, I don't expect that.
I don't think we're gonna have a hold of Nassau. Like, I think Jack and Anne are gonna be like pirates on a ship. I think Flint is gonna be in a cabin in the woods. Whether that's Nassau, whether that's somewhere else, I don't know. I think John and Maddie are gonna go back to where Maddie is from, potentially. Maybe the only thing we can do maybe is help the slaves from they say like 7 estates or something. Maybe we can help them and like free them and like take them back to the island where Maddie is from. I don't know the name of the island. I think they go there. I think Max potentially does stay in Nassau. Eleanor, I think, dies. And that's it. Like, kind of that's where I see them being by the end of the show. I don't see us...
What about Billy?
Billy, I see also kind of in Nassau being... I don't know what.
I don't know. I honestly don't know. Yeah.
Like doing something similar to what his parents did. You know, like still fighting that fight potentially. You know, against the... If they send another governor or whatever, just like, again, kind of fighting that fight from within, like maybe politically. I don't know. I can see him maybe doing that.
And we're gonna give the gold back to Spain. I mean, that would mean
maybe
that
we just
that would mean that England would win technically then, because they were by that would Rogers have to give back the gold.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to the gold. I can't see us giving the gold though.
Because if we don't give the gold, then Spain is coming.
Yeah.
So like we have to give the gold.
Maybe Spain does come, and this Nassau falls into, but like then they would destroy everything, which means everyone has to leave, or they don't destroy everything.
Why would they destroy? They would just want to colonize it, right?
No, the thing is, I think like what they are saying is that like they would level everything, like that's what Woodes Rogers, the spy, the real life of wife of Flint.
Yeah.
She said like why she was telling Woodes Rogers that like he cannot hide the gold, because like if she tells that to Spain and they come, that she is also gonna die amongst with everyone else. So like I'm assuming they're expecting a lot more bloodshed. That's why Max is also standing on the side of England and not even trying to go with our guys, because the option is not like I can't see a difference between colonizing from British or Spanish. Like, what are the difference? And like, if Max thinks it's better that than Spain, because if she thought the other alternative is Spain, then why not just like help our guys try, and if they don't succeed, well, then Spain is coming, and so like sure, might as well be Spain. Who cares? Like, what is the difference between colonizers? They all look alike.
Yeah, no, but like I really don't know. I honestly have no idea what's gonna happen, because like for Spain not to come, we have to give the gold, and then if the new governor comes,
I don't know. I really don't know how this ends. I just know that our guys don't win.
That's gonna be very fucking tragic then. Like everything you just described, that's like very that there is no silver lining there. There is no, like no hope for another fight there. There is no hope for anything there. You know what I mean? And I always thought this show would end realistically, but with little of spark there. You know what I mean? Like with little, not hope for the future, but hope for them to continue fighting for their place. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like they could do that and like in terms of like these are people that like stood their ground amongst this like empire that like did this thing, and yes, it might have
and completely lost.
Yeah, but like they still tried.
Many died,
and they still tried, and then they lived off their life.
I don't know. In my opinion, that's very like that would.
I agree that's like very sad, but like it seems like the most realistic route to take.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Like maybe something changes my opinion here. Like in the episodes to come, I am a very pessimistic person by nature, so maybe that's just that. I don't know. But right now I can't see our guys prevailing in any way. And so...
I don't know, I really hope for some silver lining. You know? I don't think they go back to the island first to say that.
What island?
Maddie and John.
Okay.
First, I don't think that.
Okay. So then they say Nassau.
Especially because like I think many are gonna maybe even die here if the battle is gonna, because like many all of them came, you know.
Well, not all men came.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
there is kids and women, and I'm sure some
But
men
like
as well there.
They can't. The reason why that island was able to live is because of
but like
Mr.
maybe
Scott.
but like maybe Maddie and
So they have to continue with that.
Sure, maybe Maddie and John become kind of like pirates for I mean, like Maddie is queen and like they take place kind of like her mother and father. Like she is queen on this place and John is a pirate captain and like gets them supplies. Basically like Mr. Scott and her mother.
Maybe
something like that.
I don't know if he would be, again, I have no idea, depending on where Nassau.
Where we live Nassau?
Because like...
God, why don't I just like open
John
a Wikipedia page to see what the fuck happened?
John is now very famous person. Like what Mr. Scott has is his hidden identity, where he was able to...
Yeah, but like he can just...
Be a pirate,
attack
you mean?
ships,
Yeah.
Be a pirate. And like, I don't know if that will be enough, but like maybe it's gonna be... Maybe they can find something, you know? And I think they're gonna be responsible for a lot of people at the end. So like, they're gonna have to find some ways. I just don't know what ways. And how. Maybe just they somehow don't give the gold back to Spain. They take it, and with that they can maybe...
Then Spain comes.
Well, would they know where we took the gold?
No, but like you think that like no way Woodes Rogers is keeping Nassau alive right now from Spain because he's gonna give the gold back. You think another governor is without gold is gonna be able to stop Spain from coming?
I don't know.
So like in my mind that would say that we have to give for Nassau to not be attacked by Spain.
Yeah, but like why would we give the gold back for Nassau not to get attacked by Spain where Nassau is like under British rule? Like why would our guys care?
Because they're gonna die.
Yeah, well, because depending on who we're asking, because they're gonna die. Like Flint. If let's say the gold can be taken by Maddie and John and can be used to like keep afloat the other island.
Okay.
Would they not more likely use it for that than to give it to England so that England can keep its rule on Nassau? Well, like if they give the gold back, they're giving the gold back to help England.
No, I don't want. I'm not saying that they're gonna give the gold back. I'm just saying I don't understand why then Spain would not attack, because like.
Honestly, it might.
That's what I want to say. Because, like, I don't. At this point, what we know is that the Spain gave the ultimatum. They gave them 8 weeks. Imagine. At that point. So, like, technically, if Rogers did not succeed, like they attack.
Imagine we get the shot like the last episode. We get like Spain coming and having the same shot and like ending of season 2, when or was that in season 3? 2. When they bombed Charlottetown. Remember when like Flint set fire and they just like bombed that whole fucking city? Okay. Imagine we have the same shot just with Nassau.
I mean, I really don't expect it.
Me neither, but like imagine that. Like this whole place we've been fighting for so long.
I would much...
And it goes...
I would rather expect it to happen like that we see Spanish ships coming. And then it ends. But like, because like then you don't know what happened.
It's kind of an open ending.
It's kind of an open ending, but like you can
assume
that it's a pessimistic one.
I really have no idea. I don't know. Like maybe as the next episodes come, I'm gonna have a better idea of what could be maybe happening. But like I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, well, honestly, me neither. Me neither. I just hope it's not like. I just hope when it finishes, I'm gonna be satisfied.
The thing is, I think I will be satisfied
with the ending that you described. Yeah, but I can say that I'm not gonna be satisfied for 100%.
Like yeah, but like maybe when you put it on paper, but like when you actually see it happen, maybe they can do it in a way where like it can be satisfactory to you. And I don't like. I feel like everyone loves it and is satisfied, and so like, why the fuck would we not be? You know? Yeah. So like, I think whatever they do, they're gonna
but like
do
maybe
it well.
People would be satisfied if like let's say like. I don't know, it's realistic. That's not me. I'm not a person who is satisfied with the realistic endings. I need a glimpse of hope. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like
even the verse ending, like The Wire had a bit of hope for some characters at least. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like our characters are gonna have hope. You know what I mean? They live and they can have like prosperous lives.
I don't know. I'm not sure about that.
I guess we'll find out in 8 episodes. You know what I mean? There are 8 episodes to find out.
That's very sad. That's very fucking sad. Let me just tell you.
I agree.
A lot has happened this episode. Oh my god! What I really loved was
me too.
What?
Jack.
Yeah, Jack.
I was like, I thought it was clear where we were going.
I didn't know it was clear because like let's say I didn't think much about everything that happened. So what I wanted to talk about, that is just a thought that crossed my mind right now. And then when I said me too, I thought maybe something more happened. You know, like I don't know what.
That was my favorite scene. I love that. That was scene. Your favorite. Mm-hmm. When like and specifically what Jack said. About Vane.
No, honestly, yeah, I completely agree. I really love that scene because so true. For the love of God, so fucking true. Have you met that guy? He would die saving Eleanor. You know what I mean?
Kind of, yeah.
Unfortunately for him, because she is the one who killed him. You know what I mean? But like, he would not want that revenge, and yet you are doing all of that for revenge. You're risking not being able to stop this war, fight this war because of the revenge. You're risking lives of so many people, like Billy's, Flint's, all of them who are fighting this battle. You know,
or like your own personal vendetta against one person.
One person to avenge a person who you loved, who would never want that. You know?
And the person who, like, it was such a good moment, like, because Blackbeard was talking about, like, you know, seeing this bird and, like, talking about, like, what different meanings it can be in any point. And, like, what Vane saw, Vane was very pragmatic. He was like, food. Like, he was not a sentimental person by any means. And, like, so for him, to take a revenge in his name for someone that is dead sounds ridiculous, when he would not want that, and he would like tell you that you're so dumb for even trying to do that, and like not helping the cause that they were fighting for, that he kind of gave his life for.
Literally, he gave
his life for that. And like just going against Eleanor, who's one person, he would not want that. And like I love that Jack said it, however much he like hates Eleanor and wants like her to pay for what she has done to a person that he loved, that he also in his mind understands that like even though everything transpired the way that it did, there still definitely was a part of Vane that like loved her. And that probably would not maybe want this exactly for her. And like that is so good, because like that was so clear, even though in their last moments, like I still remember his eyes when he looked at her when she exited his like cell. Like that was not eyes of hate, that was just like it was so sad somehow. It was so like you can see that there's still love there for him.
That was so clear in every scene they had, you know. And I'm so happy that like Jack was the one who understood that and came to that conclusion, even though Blackbeard as well
again understood. I can really understand why it's difficult for them to do the right thing in this regard, like
especially in my opinion somehow Blackbeard like that was very big for his character in my opinion, because like he looked at him first as a son.
He kind of put all of his hopes and his future into him,
and also he's not the one who really wants to fight this war. I don't know how to explain that.
He was not inclined
that's
to
what
do
I want to
so.
say. For Jack it's a bit different, you know, than that, where for Blackbeard he's not the one who wants to fight this war. He came here for Charles from the beginning, you know. And now he's choosing the other option to follow Rogers to attack him, and I unfortunately I believe that's gonna cost him his life. I just don't know how exactly.
It feels unfortunate, because I feel like it's gonna cost him his life and it's not gonna gain us anything. Like I don't think Woods Rogers dies, so like what are we gonna gain? You know, I feel like Blackbeard is about to die in this fight, you know, and I don't think we're gonna. I don't know, maybe we stop them from going to Philadelphia at least, and so like they cannot like, get funding for that.
Technically, they would have to stop Eleanor from going to Philadelphia.
Yeah, but like maybe just because like in this whole fight, maybe it like lasts a bit. Maybe like they hurt their ship. Maybe the ship can't move to Philadelphia. You know what I mean? Maybe I don't know. Maybe some things happen. I'm unsure. Like maybe there's gonna be something that like at least we gain from it, because I don't think Woodes Rogers is gonna die. So like.
I mean, I do believe he's
again, just like not in this fight now with Blackbeard.
Yeah. But like technically going to Philadelphia, that doesn't change anything because she's getting the funding for Woodes Rogers, who is gonna die in 5 episodes anyway. True. So like technically,
imagine he just does not die and becomes governor.
I don't think so. I really don't expect that, because like they put him as a villain for somehow a reason. You know? Like. Yes, the bigger picture is England, but like I think he dies in this fight. I mean, at the end, I would expect it in the last episode or something.
Yeah, I guess me too.
But like I also love the scene with Max and Anne. With Jack.
Technically, it was about Max.
It was about Max. Yeah, with Anne and Jack, and I take back everything that I said. I really love Eleanor's character and her progression, and everything that comes with it. But can't compare. Like the way that I love Anne, and
she's one of the more, let's say, well-adjusted characters. Like she understands in a way. She's gone through so much, and like there's a lot of things that she struggles with. But I feel like she has, but I feel like she has had so much growth that she can like, you know, see this and voice her feelings and know what they are, and like say that. It's gonna be like she's gonna find Eleanor easily, and she can go and she can do that, but like she does not want to go and see Max, because like she understands that like even though Max wanted to take Jack away from her and was ready to kind of let her die,
she betrayed her.
Yeah, she like it's the same thing. I think maybe that's when it clicked for Jack with Vane and Eleanor.
Yeah,
that like she still does not want her dead. Even though she has done all that.
She does not want to hurt her. She does not want that.
She does not want her to suffer.
Yeah.
Like, because like she has loved her. And she loves her still. And like, just what a well-adjusted fucking human.
No, honestly, I really, really love that. I really, like, that is such a good human.
Yeah.
That is, honestly, no words. I really love her, and I love Jack. And I love them together.
My favorite.
And they are one of my favorite characters. So.
Yeah. And our favorite relationship, definitely.
That's not. I really don't think I need to compare it. You know what I mean? Like to anything, because like, and it's not because of the romance. It's because of the connection. Like I mean, not even when I'm saying.
I literally forget that they were romantic.
That's what I want to say. Like I'm not even. I'm never saying like that's my favorite relationship because we don't have any other. You know, I'm saying that's my favorite connection in the show, like
partnership. Like they could be brothers and sisters, they could be like anything, just like the way they love and care about each other,
and they choose each other. That like nothing can compare to that.
Yeah,
I really adore them.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing from the show that has to come out with a good connotation. Then it has to come out, and they have to be.
They're gonna be fine.
Good.
They're gonna be fine. They're gonna be
fine.
Good.
Is not good enough.
They're gonna be together.
Happy. I need to see smile somehow.
Well, Jack's legacy lives on, so I'm sure he is happy.
Yeah.
I'm sure he is happy. But yeah, I don't worry about them. I really don't. We also had the main kind of problem right now is that like we have gone to a civil war with Billy and Billy's men, and like all that happened because like we went to the plantation. And they have separated husbands, wives, children, everyone, and put them on different estates. So that like if one falls and if they like betray their owners or whatever, people that they love are gonna suffer. So of course they're not gonna do that. Like they have put them in an impossible situation. Not an impossible situation, just like you cannot really move. However much you would want to, you can't. You're kind of stuck. It is horrible, it is awful, and like we can't do anything there. You know, we cannot just like free one plantation and then everyone else, there's nothing we can do there. They were really stuck in a unfortunate position. And the thing with Billy is, like, was this the smartest move? No. Like, this was possibly the dumbest move that we can make in that moment. And I really understand his frustration, which is why I cannot be mad at him, and I never was mad at him. I think he is in no point to see the bigger picture of the situation that they are in right now. Because, like, he has been on this island, and, like, his men have been doing all these things, and they have died and everything, and, like, he is very much led by his heart, and he very much cares about his men, and them dying, he feels responsible for that. And so for him to constantly go against Flint, who does not care, and is gonna put these men in danger, and is gonna endanger their lives, to put Billy there to listen to him, now that John is also, like, presumed dead, and then that kind of leaves Billy to be the only one that cares about the men in his eyes. His rage for Flint is gonna take over any type of, like, sane thinking that he can have. Because, like, who thinks that it's better to start shooting at each other while the fucking soldiers are coming at you?
No, honestly,
you know?
yeah. In my opinion, every decision that he made in this episode was a terrible decision. That was led so much with rage that he feels towards Flint as well. Yes, I know he cares about his men, and I really love that about his character. That is the point of his character, in my opinion, you know. But, like, I think he wasn't able to see the bigger picture, half because he cares for his men, but even more because he doesn't want to listen to Flynn, because Flynn doesn't care for his man.
I mean, I think 100% of the reasoning why he did this is because he hates Flint. Yeah. But, like, again, the reason why he hates Flint is valid.
No, of course, but
in that way,
all he did in this episode, all he wanted to do in this episode would put many other people in danger, and they would lose the battle at the end with what he wanted to do.
But, like, in his eyes as well, like, the reason why they went here to, like, free these people is so that they can have some reinforcements, because, like, without them it's impossible to even fight the British on this island. And so, like, I feel like for him it was kind of a do or die in his eyes as well, this situation. And, like, right now, I mean, they have no plan really, technically. They have nothing to do right now, but, like, we couldn't have stayed there. We couldn't have held this place. We couldn't have, like, there will be so many people that suffer because of that. Again, there's so many people that suffer every fucking second of this, but, like, it was really, they really had no fucking choice, if someone asks me there.
In this scenario, in my opinion, the option that Billy wanted to take is not an option.
I mean, for me as well.
In my opinion, it's immediately losing any fight. That's the only thing that I wanted to say about that.
I mean, for me as well, for Billy, possibly not.
I just think he is so fueled with anger towards Flint, because he does not care about the man.
Yeah.
That he would not think straight. Because that's what I think.
No, I think so as well. I think this is just this was another instance where, like, his man died, the man that he feels close to again.
Even though...
And, like, we have done nothing with it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there is nothing, and so, like, he desperately wanted there to be something for it.
But, like, I think if it was John standing next to Flint, who was like, yes, this is the better option, I don't think Billy would have done this.
No, I think...
That's my opinion.
I mean, I agree. But, like, again, that's what we said when, like, John went missing. Kind of that glue that holds things together went missing. Because, like,
John would look through the whole situation, and Billy trusted him with that.
Billy trusted him with the lives of the men.
Exactly, but, like, he would care about the men, but like, I think John would as well come to the same conclusion that Flint and Maddie came through.
Yeah, I think so too. It's just that, like, for Billy, like, it's been like 3 seasons of this building up, like this rage against Flint building up, and, like, this was just like one more thing for him, and that was it. Like he has.
I mean, he even in this episode mentioned
he lost it.
Yeah, in this episode he mentioned 10 times. Like in that second, like. So now we do everything that you say. So now your word is again the one. Because I can remember you said it at least 3 times. And no, she's agreed with him. She's also thinking that she's, but like he doesn't know her. Billy. He doesn't know Maddie exactly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I just think that like that was a very, very wrong decision. Dumb decision. What happened there? That was fueled with anger towards Flint. Of course, understandable anger, makes complete sense to me why he's so angry. But I think that anger clouded his judgment in that situation where he thought that like now it's time for shooting,
Yeah, so like what do we do with this now? Like a civil war amongst you guys, great. Like,
yeah,
already...
I mean we're gonna see what's gonna.
I mean we need John to show up.
Yeah, we need John.
And then like patch things up.
Exactly.
Be our like bridge.
Exactly.
Between these two sides, and he has like another potential fighter.
Exactly. Yeah.
Another potential. What is his name? I'm certain that that's like a real... when it's a real life pirate because like they put an emphasis on his name and like I've never heard this in my life. But like I'm gonna assume it's a real life pirate as well. Who... What the fuck was John saying to him? Like he told him that like kind of Teach's time is over. And that like his time is coming.
I mean I think that, he made him... connect
kind of want to fight, seems like.
But to me first connect with him. Like he manipulated him the way that John knows with words. He was like, who are you? Just like you. I'm like completely the same person, but like now, even though I'm nobody, coming from nowhere, having nothing, everybody's following me.
He has orchestrated this whole thing.
Exactly. And that would make him want to follow him as well, Yeah. Because they share those things in common.
Yeah.
Those maybe even goals in common and things like that.
And like he saved his life as well by shooting at that man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's very interesting.
Yeah, I feel like the only reason this like civil war can come to an end is when John comes. Otherwise, like our guys, it's not looking good.
Yeah.
It's just where we are right now. Great.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna assume like in the next episode he's gonna come back.
John?
Yeah.
Depends if we're gonna maybe in the next episode we be with Teach and him. If not,
that
if we're mostly there, then I think John comes in the
end.
Either at the end or in episode 4.
Sure.
Honestly.
Sure.
Depends on how they wanna do it.
God, fucking rising from the dead.
Yeah,
just like Flint has done so many times.
Yeah, that's what I expect somehow.
Yeah.
I don't know what's gonna happen again. I mean, I can't wait to see. I can't wait for John to come. I don't like civil war between us when we're when all the powers are already against us.
Yeah.
I loved seeing us unite.
I wonder what the problem. The English guy is gonna be a problem. Like he looked at Max going towards this, and like I'm sure he followed her in some way, and like when he is the one that stays in charge, maybe that's why Max needs to go to our guys because like this guy doesn't want to kill her.
Yeah, that's why potentially.
So like it's gonna be self-preservation again.
Yeah. And honestly, in my opinion, I thought like when Teach asked for Eleanor, like and all the British heard that, I thought thank God she married him. Like I have a feeling if she didn't marry him, she would be sent off.
Oh my God, she would. I mean, because like honestly, I thought even with this, like it could be. I thought like, people don't like her.
Yeah,
and so like then it's like no, I'm not gonna give her up for even 60 of the soldiers.
That's what I thought as well. And then I remember she is his wife now legally. So like the second I remember that she's his life, I was like,
that literally saved her life.
Yeah, I thought
she was just like a mistress.
She's now saved.
I feel like it would have been like a civil war amongst them, which is a shame that it did not happen.
Yeah.
Shame.
I agree. Okay.
That's it.
Okay, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you very soon. Bye.